You work hard, you pray, you try, but nothing seems to work. Sound familiar? Bilal, a 23-year-old fresh graduate, knows that feeling all too well. It's 11 p.m., and his laptop screen is blank, just like his hope. For 2 months, rejection emails have been his new normal. Each one feels heavier than the last, and the question grows louder in his heart. Why not me? Earlier that day, Bilal scrolled through LinkedIn. He saw his classmates celebrating. New jobs, promotions, first paychecks. One friend even posted vacation photos from Europe, captioned, "Work hard, play harder." Bilal smiled at their success, but deep down, a lump formed in his throat. Thought, I studied just as hard, worked just as much. Why am I the one stuck here? At dinner, his father's casual question stung the most. Any updates on the job applications? His words felt like a punch. Not yet, Baba, Bilal mumbled, avoiding eye contact. He knew his parents were worried. They'd sacrificed so much for him, and now all he could offer in return was silence. That night, he sat on his bed, staring at his laptop, overwhelmed with guilt and doubt. He whispered, "What's the point?" before shutting the screen and sinking into frustration. But the next morning, everything shifted. Out of the blue, Bilal's friend Yusuf called him, his tone upbeat. "Let's meet at the park. You've been cooped up too long." When they met, Yusuf got straight to the point. "How are you really doing?" Bilal forced a smile. "I'm fine, just taking a break." But Yusuf wasn't buying it. "I know you're struggling, Bilal. I've been there too. I didn't tell anyone, but every rejection felt like proof I wasn't good enough, was drowning in comparison. But one day I realized I'm not behind. I'm on my own timeline. Instead of looking at others, I started focusing on what I could control, improving my skills, trusting Allah's plan, and taking small steps forward." Yusuf's words hit Bilal hard. That night, he opened a notebook and wrote 3 small steps. 1. Improve my resume. 2. Learn 1 new skill. 3. Create a schedule for job hunting. But as Bilal wrote, something stirred in his heart. He remembered a verse from the Quran. Indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. He whispered the words to himself. I've been waiting for change, but I haven't changed anything within me. He reminded himself of Yusuf's words. Your timeline is yours alone. The next few weeks weren't magical. Rejections still came. The comparison didn't vanish overnight. But Bilal felt lighter. For the first time, he stopped measuring his worth against others. He started trusting Allah's plan. One evening, as Bilal practiced a new skill online, his phone buzzed. It was an email: "We'd like to invite you for a second interview." His heart raced. He looked at the screen and whispered, "Alhamdulillah." For the first time in months, he felt a spark of hope. Bilal's journey wasn't about instant success. It was about learning to trust the process, focus on growth, and stop comparing himself to others. His story is proof that you're not behind. You're exactly where you're meant to be. What about you? Have you ever felt stuck or left behind?